evaluators today. Patty, would you please give Michael's objectives for his speech?
Yes, I will. Michael is working on Project 3 in the Speaking to Inform book, and it's the demonstration talk. And he has basically 2 objectives today. His first one is to prepare a demonstration speech to clearly explain a process, product, or activity. And the second is to conduct the demonstration as part of a speech delivered without notes. And his speech today is 5 to 7 minutes.
Thank you. As Patty introduced Michael's objectives and speech book that he is working out of, the title of Michael's speech is Waffles for Breakfast. Please help me in welcoming Michael.
Who here enjoys breakfast?
Yay!
Breakfast. It's personally one of my favorite meals of the day. In fact, I rarely miss breakfast, and I'll eat breakfast just about any time during the day. In my family, when the weekend comes around, it usually falls to me to prepare breakfast, and I'll prepare something like scrambled eggs, omelet, French toast. But my favorite thing for breakfast is the waffle, the delicious waffle. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. I want to tell you about the ingredients that I use in my waffle. We'll cook a waffle, and then we'll talk about things you can put on top of your waffle to make it extra tasty. First, let's talk about the ingredients. The foundation. Well, first let me tell you that there's probably countless recipes for the waffle out there, from simple to complicated. And my waffle recipe is really a very basic buttermilk waffle recipe. Nothing too fancy. A few little different ingredients in there that I think make it pop. But the foundation of any waffle recipe, of course, is flour. I use a cup of flour. And then with that, I add a cup of Quaker Oats and a half cup of cornmeal. And it's these last 2 ingredients that I think give my waffle a little extra texture and taste, make it different. A few other basic ingredients for the waffle: 2 tablespoons of baking powder and a half teaspoon of salt. Those are the dry ingredients. Pretty simple. Let's put those in a bowl, mix them up, and then you're ready for your wet ingredients. The wet ingredients consist of 2 eggs. Next, some Crisco vegetable shortening. And this is kind of like butter. It's solid, it's cube. Maybe a little bit healthier than butter. But I just chop it up, throw it into the mix, and it helps make the waffles nice and crispy. From there, what do you think that final ingredient might be for buttermilk waffles? Well, don't say it all at once, but you're right. Buttermilk. Those are all the ingredients for this waffle. Pretty simple. And I just mix it up with a whisk. I don't use an electric mixer. Again, it's very simple to make. Now, it's just about this point in time when I would go ahead and turn on my waffle iron. As you heard, this waffle iron is ready to go. And so, in the interest of time, I'm going to go ahead and get a waffle cooking. I already have some prepared batter. I take about a cup, and I'll just pour it right on there. You can hear it sizzle, right? Nice and hot.
Mm-hmm.
Put the lid down, flip it over, and we'll let it cook. Now, I'll usually turn this on after my bowl of waffle batter is ready to go, because I want to give that waffle batter an opportunity to rest. Why, you ask? I don't know.
Why would you let it rest?
Don't ask.
Oh, okay.
It's a good question, but I don't know the chemistry behind it. But it does seem to be important. As this is cooking, though, I'll tell you a little bit about the waffle iron. that is important to the cooking process. I've used cheap waffle irons in the past. You get what you pay for. You use a cheap waffle iron, and I guarantee that that waffle is going to stick. And there's nothing worse when you're cooking a waffle than a waffle that sticks. This one, I've rarely had a problem with it sticking. It's a good quality waffle iron, good quality non-stick surface. Perhaps you've seen these when you've been out and about, maybe in a breakfast buffet. They're idiot-proof. That's important for me, because I can screw things up when I'm cooking pretty easily. If they can use it in one of those breakfast buffets, then anybody can use it. You also heard that it has that little signal. It has a sensor that tells you when the waffle iron is heated and ready to go. And you'll hear that signal again when the waffle is finished and cooked. And you can adjust how done you want your waffle with this waffle iron. Now, it's going to take a few minutes to cook, but before the end of my speech, I'm hopeful that this waffle will be ready to go. When your waffle is finished, I suggest taking it out and putting it on a nice warm plate. Okay? That's very important to keep everything nice and warm, otherwise the waffle can tend to get cold. And when you have your waffle out and it's ready to go, that's when you want to add your toppings. Now, everybody might have their different preference as to the topping that they're going to put on their waffle. You can just go with a plain waffle, I suppose, but I suggest at least adding maybe some butter and some syrup. There you go. There's the signal. The waffle is ready. I'll just get it out, and then I'll continue telling about preparing that waffle. You can see it popped right off. I could have used a little bit more batter, but I hope you'll excuse me for that. And this is going to be the waffle right here. And again, the toppings that you could add beyond syrup and butter is perhaps some fruit. Maybe strawberries, blueberries. My personal preference is sliced up mangoes, very tasty. If you really want to add some calories to your waffle, throw some whipped cream on there. What the heck? I also suggest that maybe you balance out the sweetness with some sausage or some bacon. It makes for a very delicious waffle. There you go. There's the waffle. And I wish that I had the time to make each and every one of you your own personalized waffle with the toppings that you like. I don't have the time for that, but I am going to slice this one up and give you all an opportunity. I can see there's not too many people, so I don't have to make very many slices. You can all have a taste of my waffle recipe. And here's some toothpicks, just pass it around. Here, if you like a toothpick. There's the waffle. I encourage you, for your next breakfast, make the waffle. And as Julia Childs used to say, bon appetit. Thank you very much.